Road, and I am here at the historic Roscoe Village in Coshocton, Ohio. Famous for Roscoe Village and, of course, their bacon factory. Buckle up, kids. You're about to take a ride on the tour. Roscoe Village is built right along the old Ohio Erie Canal. This looks like a relic from the past up here. Caldersburg Pearl Canal boat. I don't think I'm riding that thing, am I? Couple covered wagons. Darn. I was gonna get my thirst quenched, but maybe an emergency situation. Another little rickety wagon. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. And let's get a better look at this old canal boat. Which, like they always said, these things moved at the speed of mule. Loaded up with bricks, stone wheel. I hope they're not putting a fire there. That would be not ideal. There's where your heat is. Oh, you know I gotta do it. I'm the king of the world. Back through to the front. I'll push for narration. I don't want to do. That was a dud. Guess we'll just look around. You have to listen to me narrate. Well, there's the bottom. There's the top. There's the tip top. So you'll need to go in the welcome center first. There's a lot of restaurants and shops you can go into without admission. But if you want into the different exhibits they have, you have to go in, give them $13. Pick up one of these, AAA, you get $1 off. This will get you access to some of the buildings. We'll show you where we're going. We're going to them now. Now your visit to Roscoe Village will start at the Visitor Center. Stop in, pay your admission. They've got a short, I think it was like a 15 or 20 minute long movie on the history of the canal and the area here. And there's a lot of cool exhibits inside of the building there. Once you get that, you'll pick up your pass. You'll be able to get into some of the old buildings. And the adventure shall await. So they'd actually get leaks in the wooden canal boats and they'd caulk them with the tools you see here. So you're showing some of the workers who worked on the canal, mostly immigrants of Irish and German descent. They work sun up to sundown 6 days a week. And they're paid $8 to $10 a month. About 30 cents a day. They slept in huts in large groups on a dirt floor, and believe it or not, they suffered frequent illnesses. A lot of mosquitoes and flies down there. Where they eat wild game they found along the way, so they probably shot some turkey and deer as they were working. I won't complain about my job. Cool, shows them building a lock right down to painting it. Little doors on the bottom. That's what they'd open to let water out when they wanted it lowered. And then they'd close it when they'd fill it up when someone had to get to the higher elevation. This guy looks like he thinks he's in charge. Watch your step, buddy. And this guy here, one slip and he's crying out. This is cool. I love this. This gives you a real good look. Building the lock. Wow. And that's just something you see. You don't really think of all the manpower and the danger. Guy's rolling up. Gotta keep that wet. Look at that guy. His back breaking up on a ladder. There's a blacksmith shop where you can see a blacksmith in action. If you come a little later in the year than I am. This is temporary close. It's all right. The village smithy. And in all these old towns like this, you'll find a blacksmith in action. It's generally pretty cool to check out. Maybe next time. Here's a map of the village. I'm gonna go into C right here, the C Hay Activity Center, which they got a print shop and a broom shop. And the gentleman here gave a real good demonstration and explanation of how these brooms are made and what they're made of. Oh, really? Behind the broom shop and down the stairs is the toy cellar. You need to check this place out. Now, these are some old toys. Babe Ruth. What is that? John Wayne? That's Jeep. Where's Pop? There's Popeye. Looks like a, who's that? Howdy Doody. Yeah, this is some old stuff.
Pittsburgh toy. That was made in Pittsburgh. He's called an acrobat, and he does flip-flops.
Yeah, that's just like me on a swinger. I can do all this stuff.
Just got to wind up that old spring. Real sharp needle picks up all the vibrations. I have to explain what a record is to children. Yeah. Hi, folks. No, we're just not doing it right.
You say this was designed of actually how they actually built the Panama Canal using the driver
used
like
pile driver, yeah.
They didn't use marbles though, did they?
No. That was just before.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty neat though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So how does that one work?
This is Tootsie Toy. Again, it's 1920s. So all you do is take that to the top and
spins on its own.
Here we go.
Yeah, awesome.
Mommy and Daddy loved it. It was a quiet.
It's quiet toy. Yeah.
Unlike many others. This is Whoopie Cowboy.
Whoopie Cowboy. You better check him. He might be driving drunk.
How's that for fun?
Alright, here's how to get in there.
1800s in Roscoe, this was a place to come if you were feeling poorly and needed to.
So this is Dr. Johnson's workshop here, office building, whatever you want to call it. Many shops like this, they'll have the movies there where they'll give you a little speech on what's going on and kind of a display of what it looked like during his time. Got a lot of his old medicine up there. Probably a little bit of laudanum. Anything just make you drunk enough to think you're well. And this really just gives you a look of how things were back in the 1800s, where going to a doctor office, entirely different experience than it is now. Back then, you basically were going into someone's house.
Heroics involve
Bloodletting. Any leaching?
Mercuric chloride as a laxative, and the application of hot plastic acid on the skin.
I don't think I'm going to this
These
doctor.
were all used to draw out whatever poisons they believed were causing an illness. By all accounts, Dr. Johnson didn't favor many of these treatments and turned first to remedies made from the herbs.
And here's Dr. Johnson's house.
Welcome to the home of Dr. and Mrs. Morrow Johnson and their family.
Well, thank you.
The house was built in 1833, and for more than 50 years, The family walked these very floors and warmed themselves at these original fireplaces.
I wonder if they use this original
On the mantel in
thermostat.
this parlor, you'll see a photo of the doctor, taken in 1850 when he was 40 years old. Dr. Johnson married Eliza Brew in 1838, and they moved into this house. Between 1840 and 1853, Mrs. Johnson gave birth to 4 children,
Whoa.
3 girls and 1 boy.
Beauty.
She passed away in 1854, leaving Dr. Johnson with a busy practice and 4 young children, including an infant. The oldest was only 14 at the time, and she took on many.
Bed warmer. Probably could be used as a popcorn popper too. What is that, a tick paddle used to smooth or flatten feather ticks. All right, didn't know there was such thing as a tick paddle. Time to go to school, the Roscoe School, one-room school exhibit.
With the sound of the teacher's bell, it's time to take a seat and begin your lesson.
No thanks.
School began in Roscoe as far back as 1826, but for many years there was no actual school building. Students gathered wherever they could, often in the general store or someone's home. In 1851, a brick school building was built up the hill behind us. The school was lost to a fire in 1894.
Who's the kiss up that gave the teacher an apple?
The students stayed only long enough to overnight.
All right, time to do some learning. I got a little piece of chalk,
Women's board was part of the teacher's day.
my slate board.
Teachers took charge of the classroom and prepared lesson plans for each age group. If the children misbehaved, didn't follow student rules, or didn't do
Wow,
their
this stuff isn't
teachers
as...
were free to deliver punishment, including a hit across the hand with a hickory stick. 1800s education taught 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Children learned their alphabet, the Lord's Prayer.
No
and
one
the vowel
erased what I just wrote.
using a horn.
Can you read it?
The primer taught them good morals and manners.
This is the Craftsman House, the oldest building in Roscoe. It was built in 1825. Some looms back there. Looks like it did a lot of weaving. Oh, that's the old rope key to tighten up the bed. Sleep tight, as they say. Yeah, let's see what our buddy has to say about this building.
Welcome to the home of Daniel and Jane Boyd. They immigrated to America with their families in the early 1800s. After they were married in 1825, they built this one-room house. This is the oldest structure in Roscoe, and it's the only building moved to its current site from its original location approximately
Oh,
a
wow,
mile
look at
away
that.
during the Roscoe Village restoration. The Boyds lived here with their 5 children. As you look around, you may wonder where everyone slept.
Yeah, where did they sleep?
Parents had a large bed.
Oh,
and
look,
children
got a
slept
gun.
on the floor. You'll notice the bed has no mattress or box springs, only a crisscross of ropes covered by a thin single sack called a tick. The ticking will be filled with hay, straw, or corn husks to provide a layer of comfort atop the bed or on the floor. The ticking would normally be refreshed with new filling during the harvest when hay was plentiful.
Ticking.
Every few days, the bed's ropes would stretch and begin to sag.
That must have been that tick paddle I saw before.
A rope jack or bed key would be used to
Yeah, there's the
retighten.
bed key.
That's where the phrase sleep tight originated. Wishing a person a good sleep on a rope bed that was freshly tightened.
Ah, rope beds had to
Small
be
bed
tight.
attached to the larger one is a nursing bed.
Yeah, I knew
An
it.
infant would sleep next to the spinning. The process of turning plant or animal fibers into thread and yarn. They could then be woven in a loom into cloth. The very earliest spinning tool was a hand spinner like this.
That was a cool, interesting visit to Roscoe Village here in Coshocton, Ohio. Started out sunny, as it always does on the toll road. 75 and sunny. A little liquid 75 and sunny hit us. Doesn't matter. We got to visit a little bit of history. History of the Ohio Erie Canal. History of what life was like back in the day. And now we must head on back on the toll road. Unfortunately for this guy, Yeah. Bad things happened to him. That's okay. He's got the Prince of Coshocton helping him out. But we're moving on to our next adventure. That's going to do it for the toll road here at Roscoe Village in Coshocton, Ohio. On, can you read that? White Woman Street. I'm not making this up. So, till next time, does anybody out there know? Do you know? White woman, do you know? Who out there knows where the toll road will lead to next?